it's Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters, and today I'm sharing with you a layout I created for the Kitaholics Kits September online crop, and it was the sketch challenge. So they shared the sketch I shared with you before from Page Maps as one of their challenge items, and I decided to use that sketch and my beautiful Daydream collection from Coco Vanilla Studios to create another wedding page for my album. I actually found it really tricky, to be honest, this sketch, and I'm not 100% thrilled with the finished product of this layout. I like it, but I still feel like it's missing something. Maybe I needed some mixed media on the white paper first before I stuck everything else down. Maybe it needed some more florals. I'm not 100% sure, but there is something I feel is missing. So if you know what you think I need, please feel free to let me know. I keep looking at this page thinking something is not popping, and I need it to pop. It's going in the all-important wedding album, so feel free to offer some constructive criticism because I'm not 100% sold on it. So I have followed the sketch quite closely. I did find it a little bit tricky to break out from the sketch. There's a cluster up in the top right of the photos. There's a cluster down in the bottom left of the photos. They also have a round element where the title and the journaling goes. I've really stuck quite closely to all of that. And I quite like it. At the moment, I know that frame looks really random, but there's a lot more that's going to come and sort of fill the space around the frame. The frame just looks a bit more like a cluster base by the time I'm finished up there, so don't panic. But yeah, I just feel like there's something missing. And I really do think that maybe it's the paper choice, the patterned paper choice on top of the white. That maybe I needed something else to sort of soften the pattern paper, how that rectangle just cuts into the white. Maybe I needed to soften that a little bit. Maybe I should have matted this on a light baby pink paper instead of a white paper. Maybe, I don't know. There's just something about it. So as I said, feel free to offer me some constructive criticism and help me sort this out. So beforehand, off screen, I laid up a few scraps of paper, including some branding strips, and I also used my edge punch to create this little cluster here, and I put a sewing machine line all the way down the center, just like in the sketch, and I'm going to pop that over here to the side of the photos. It's exactly how it is in the sketch, and I'm really happy with how that looks. And then I've got my circle as well. And that's going to be obviously where my title goes based on the sketch. And my title's going to be, as I've mentioned, in every single one of my wedding album photo layouts, so I hope you're not sick of me yet. My title is going to have a two-part title. It's going to have one of the die-cut words as well as the Pink Fresh Studio stickers, or the little puffy stickers, little puffy alphas. I just really like that look. Once I did that on my first layout, it kind of hooked me in, and I want to do it on all of them. So I'm just going to keep that consistency going throughout the entire layout. I have no idea why I put that mushroom on this page. Maybe that's what's bothering me. I thought it was cute, and I thought it kind of went with the tree because, you know, little fairies under the tree that live in the mushroom. I don't know. I thought it was going to be hard to get it on a page, so I thought I'd just put it on this one. It's not actually part of the Daydream collection. It's a different collection that I'm kind of mixing in because I know I don't have enough supplies of just Daydream. And most of the stuff is easy to mix in, but a few of them, there's like a gnome and there's, yeah, this mushroom, are a little bit more tricky. But yeah, anyway, let me know if you think I should pull it off. I won't be offended. So I'm just going to build up this cluster down the bottom. It's going to be quite a small cluster, just literally that. And then I'm going to work on my title, which is going to be Remember This Place. So I'm popping place on with some foam. I'm going to pop the word place up with a bit of adhesive foam, so it's the same height as the photographs. But remember, this is going to be done with the little puffy alphas. And I will skip ahead to that in just a minute because you don't need to watch me adhering a title. That is pretty commonplace, I do believe. I did get a little bit creative with some of my thickers, including using an F for the E, and I didn't even bother putting on the bottom like stick. I hid it underneath one of the letters in the word place, and I used the number 8 for the letter S, and again I just sort of hid that under the word place. I think I get away with it. I don't think you notice too well. I know I'm going to have to doctor thickers for this layout in general. Like, I'm not going to have enough of those puffy thickers, so I figured where I can hide them underneath words is probably my best bet. They'll be less noticeable, and I think it worked. So hopefully it worked. On the sketch, they ask for you to put a date down the side of your photographs. I'm not doing that because obviously all these photos are on the same date, and that date is on my cover page, but I am going to put the word special down over there as well. And I thought that blue tied in really nicely with the blue underneath the circle, but it's actually a really much brighter blue and noticeably brighter. But I think because of the ease in remember that I get away with it. Maybe, I don't know, maybe that's what's bothering me. There's so many little quirky things about this layout that I'm just not 100% sold on. So now I'm just popping a few little sprinkles of flowers, a little bit like their sequins, coming out from each of the clusters, just to give a little bit of flow. It's almost like a diagonal flow across the page by adding those on, and I think they're super cute. And then I go to town with my sewing machine. So I get out my sewing machine and I'm going to put a border all the way around the white edge. I'm also going to put some stowing along the top and the bottom of the pattern page rectangle. And I'm also going to put some sewing underneath the title, Remember This Place. And that definitely helps with the layout. It helps sort of pick up some of the, I don't know, for want of a better word, blandness of this layout, but it certainly doesn't solve all of its problems. So I'm just going to do that right now, but don't worry, I don't make you watch the entire sewing machine process. I just wanted to remind myself and remind you that this did actually happen. And then I'm going to cut to splatters. I do a few splatters at the end as well. So I haven't yet, but I am going to pull all the thread through to the back and tie those off. So I'm just splattering now anyway, so I can let my page dry and I'll get back to it later. So here is the finished product. You can see all that beautiful stitching now showing up on the page, and I think it made a really nice difference to add to this layout. And I really loved that scallop edge on that strip of paper down the side too. I think that's super cute. Thank you so much for watching. Happy scrapping, and I will see you all next time. Bye everyone. Thank you.
So even though I asked you guys to help me, I just could not live with this layout. It was really going round and round in my brain. So I actually have already gone ahead and added a few different elements. I put on some extra florals, and I think that made a really big difference. So I added an extra floral to this top cluster. I added one around the title, and I added a reasonably large one down the bottom in that bottom cluster, and I took away the mushroom, and I think that has been a really good change to this layout. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for offering your advice and for helping me out. Here is my updated, completed layout. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you have a fabulous day.